When it comes to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I think it's pretty safe to say that the hype for this film is overwhelming. I mean, certainly it's the most excited people have been for a Doctor Strange film because of all the possibilities and things they are teasing in it. Now let's hear from the director of the first film and his thoughts on the trailer so far. Most of you know Scott Derrickson, the director of the first film, left the second film in a pretty big and public display of fighting Disney and throwing shades at them because there wasn't enough time to finish the film. And then, of course, everything happened with the pandemic, and turns out he could have had literally almost all the time in the world, but hey, things went a different way. Sam Raimi's coming on now. So anytime anything is released for Doctor Strange, people are asking him, well, when can we know what your thoughts are and what do you think of everything? And he's usually pretty quick to reply, assuming he has time and he's not doing something. So he did recently say that the trailer, yeah, it was great. He says that he's excited because he loves Sam Raimi, and he believes that this is one of those things where the direction of the film that Sam Raimi has taken it in and Marvel Studios has taken it in feels right, and that he's excited for this one and that he can't wait to watch it. And honestly, why wouldn't he be? He's going to be enjoying this one as a fan. He helped the first film, and now he's going to watch the second one and see where it came from. And obviously, he's going to get a credit because of what he did with Doctor Strange to establish some of these things and some of the characters in this film even. But I personally think that's pretty awesome. He's being supportive. He's not throwing shades at the other people or trying to, be disrespectful. And he's talking about Sam Raimi. Like, there is 100% chance that at some point Scott Derrickson looked up to Sam Raimi's films or something that influenced his own horror films and what drove him to want to be a horror director. That just makes sense. So I never saw him as somebody that's going to call out Doctor Strange or Sam Raimi for doing something terribly or something. Like, maybe the film is terrible, and then he will. Maybe the film just ends up being bad and most of us don't like it, and he'll be like, well, here's my critiques, or maybe he'll reveal some of the details of what he would have done, which I guarantee at some point he'll probably reveal a couple details here or there of what could have been. But ultimately, he's being pretty respectful, and you got to respect that. He's not being toxic. He's not trying to rally up fans or anybody to, hate on anything. He's just like, no, I like what they're doing. I can't wait to see it. I love Sam Raimi, and that's cool. I honestly love this. I love when I can talk about other directors being happy and supportive and offering positive vibes for these things. Instead of directors going out there and just trying to light a bigger fire on top of a fire that's already spread so far and wide and doesn't seem to want to slow down. They're just like, throw more gasoline on there. What could hurt, right? It's like, come on. We already know some of these fan bases are so toxic and insane that had he come out and been like, it looks like garbage, it's terrible, I would have done a character study that's more like Joker, which, he could have. Everybody right now would be like, let's hate this film. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. And don't get me wrong, I love a character study, but this film clearly called Multiverse of Madness, you needed a little bit more than a pure Doctor Strange character study, which is kind of like what we got in the first film. That was like his character arc.